In this video, I'm going to show you how to find the difference quotient. We're just doing C. If you want to see how to do A and B, I'll leave a link in the description. So the difference quotient, we're not going to explain in detail what it really means, but I'll leave a link in the description for another video that'll explain that in detail. So let's just do it. Find the difference quotient. F of x plus h. So that means we're looking at function f here, right? For this question, we're not looking at g. And wherever I see x, I'm going to replace it with x plus h. So instead of writing x squared, I'm going to write x plus h squared. But everything else around it remains the same. So this is negative 2, open parentheses, x plus h, and that's getting squared, right? Because only the x is getting squared, but this is my x, plus 1. Minus, anytime you write a minus, open those parentheses. We're going to put in f of x right here, and f of x is negative 2x squared plus 1. And all of that is over h. And our goal is to simplify this. So this square right here, the squaring of that, let's do that on the side, just so you could see. When you're squaring something, you're just multiplying it by itself. So that's really what we're going to do. And x times x is x squared. X times h is xh. H times x is the same thing as x times h. We're going to leave it in the same order. So that's another xh. And now this h times that h, you get h squared. All right, we could combine these two middle terms into x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. All right, so this thing is really this thing. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to rewrite that, but leave that in place. So negative 2 times x squared plus 2xh plus h squared plus 1. And you know what? In this step, I'm just going to distribute this negative. That's why I put it in parentheses. Just have to be really careful. That's part of this setup. You can't change that, right? Put it in parentheses. So that means you're just changing the signs of everything here. If you want to think about it like this, you have a negative 1 and you're multiplying everything in there by that negative 1. So we have plus 2x squared, right? Because the negative sense of the negative is a positive, minus 1. All of that over h. Now let's distribute this negative 2 in there. So we get negative 2x squared minus 4xh minus 2h squared. This plus 1 and that negative 1, they zero out. That minus 1, they zero out. And we end up with just 2x squared here. All of that over h. And at this step, that's where things begin to cancel as well. You could see that we have a negative and a positive version of those here. So those could cancel. And if you notice, there's a h in everything here. So we could divide every single term here by h. H divided by h is 1. H divided by h is 1. And h squared divided by h is just h. That 2 is still there, by the way. Did not cross that off. So our final answer is negative 4x, right? Remember, that's still, it's being multiplied by 1, so we don't have to write that 1, minus 2h over 1, but I don't have to write over 1. And we could just leave our final answer like that.